How do you start a YouTube video? Well, this is the second attempt. First attempt, the microphone quality was absolutely atrocious using the microphone on this. So I've acquired something slightly better, although on today, I mean, I'm going to assume the microphone is being buffeted like crazy by this wind. Fantastically, I forgot my second tripod for the handheld device today, so there might be take 3, who knows. I guess there's no better time than I need to just get out and try something new. There's always going to be something that gets in the way, and that's one of the reasons I guess I'm trying this. Well, what is the point of what I'm doing here? Well, it's always great to go out and explore new places, you know, take pictures and all that jazz, but usually there's not really any reason to go and do it. There's no real, you know, if you're not earning your living from photography, then you need something else to go and take you out there. So I was watching, there's a YouTuber that, if anyone's watching photography videos in the UK, they're probably seen videos from Thomas Heaton. Interesting chap. He made a point where, you know, when you're going out and taking pictures, you should just do a piece to camera. I think that was more an advice for someone who's starting up a photography business in current year. Makes a great point, because if I'm walking around trying to take some pictures, it's easy to just not really think too much about it and just take the picture, go home and have a look at it in Lightroom later and go, oh, balls. Whereas if you're out and about recording a piece to camera, maybe you can talk through the kind of what it is that you're trying to do with that picture. Maybe gives an opportunity to think a little deeper about the situation that you're in, or it just adds a whole load of extra time and paperwork for almost no benefit. I guess we'll find out. Oh, good Lord, I really am not making life easy for myself, am I? Also, the idea is to try and figure out, can I walk around with this guy? There he is. He's probably in frame. No, there he's in frame now. Can I walk around with this guy and actually take pictures, or is he going to get in the way? Anyway, let's try and find somewhere to get a shot. So objectives for today, pretty much just to grab an image or two that I don't regret when I go into Lightroom and realise, I should have thought about that slightly more. Also, take one with the 10 stop ND filter that is not shaky. I tried one the other day, didn't weigh the tripod down, and I think my tripod, not being a extremely expensive one, vibrated or shook too much in the wind, which means the image was just a bit soft. So those are the two primary things, and the next thing is then, can I take this footage and then learn to use DaVinci Resolve? Last time I edited any video footage that of consequence was using Sony Vegas, which that was a while ago. There's a little ridge over there, just putting it into the top right frame now. I have no idea how to get there, but let's gamble on going down here and seeing where the path leads us, and we can reconvene up there. Well, I've missed the point I was aiming for, and I've ended up on the trick point of, oh, well, this is going to be the problem. This dog is just going ballistic if you don't give him attention. Merlin, come this way. He will go ballistic and then yank your arm off if you're not paying attention. Anyway, yeah, so as I was saying, the other thing is I'm not super keen on the view from here, but I can see a path down there over to a bridge that I'm thinking might be a good idea. I just want slightly more interesting foreground. Time to move on. Next problem is the very excitable dog and the many sheep. So, I'm not sure, but let's give this a shot. Come on. Well, welcome to the voiceover interlude while we watch myself here struggle with the tripod in the wind. Looking back on this now, there's a few things I'm already learning about how to produce these sort of videos. Not sure how long it'll take to actually learn some lessons from that. I guess we'll find out as time goes on. First things first, I really do need to be more organised before I set out. I mean, I have my main camera bag. I have another bag which I'm trying to put some stuff in for filming these type of escapades. It's one thing remembering the main tripod to put the camera on to take the actual pictures. You have to remember to bring the other one along to put the vlogging camera on, so you don't have to nestle it in sheep poo, which, you know, not the best, but it does the job. Another thing I'm noticing watching this back, it's not the best idea to be talking to the camera while walking uphill. As I'm recording this voiceover, I've already tried to record a second video, and of course I chose another spot uphill. And looking back on that footage, it's not the best. So bear with me on that. I've realised the main thing I need to do is leave more time so that I can actually stop and talk to the camera and stop and think about the images as well. That is another thing that I need to improve on. Not leaving the house at the last minute, rushing to a place, running up a hill. The main point of all this is to enjoy the hobby more, get more out of the hobby, not run around like a madman, just getting any old picture. The other thing as well, the wind is buffeting like crazy in pretty much all these shots. It didn't help, I'd set the audio decibel meter. I'm using a newer CM28 kit, and I had accidentally set it to the max. I think I've seen on other reviews that you need to keep it around 4 out of 5. The last main thing really to take away from this as I'm watching it back, I'm doing this to try and think more about the images. However, in looking back on it, I spent a lot of time just trying to sort the kit out, trying to fight the wind, trying to fight the dog. And in the following sections of video, you're going to see the majority of the time is me mostly trying to fight with the gear and not actually thinking necessarily about the composition. So this is the first episode. Wasn't always going to go to plan. The main thing is I can reflect on this now and go back again in the future and try and make a better case of it. In fact, I'm going to go out hopefully in the next 10-15 minutes, try again on a different location. But I'll let some of the additional clips play out, and you'll be able to see that now with the foreshadowing I've given you, that this is going to take a few goes to get into the swing of things. So I'm trying to basically see if I can actually get a still image with this setup, or whether I need to adjust some stuff. So bear with me while I take a couple more test images. Tripod lower down. Will we get something that is not a blur? I mean, I think this is a success. God damn it, this phone cannot. There we go. I can't say I'm happiest about the tripod setup, but good thing is, dog's calmed down. Yeah, you mate, you've calmed down. I have managed to take some pictures that are not completely wobbly as hef. Not entirely convinced that this is the most the best tripod setup. The other problem is, I mean, it's not the best really here. I mean, I'm just about losing the light here. I'm not. Yeah. I'm just about losing the light. I haven't really got anything I wanted. I guess we'll find out when we get back into Lightroom. I'm thinking I'm going to stay here until the sun dips behind those mountains. See if I can get any interesting. Like there's some good stuff in the distance over there. I just can't really get any good shots of it. Anyway, minor success. Dog calm. Pictures out of the camera which are in focus, not wobbly. Could be worse. Alright, as I'm standing up here now, waiting. Not too much longer now. Dog's getting slightly more irritated. The wind is picking up, which is making things slightly difficult. It's good to get out and try this stuff. I think probably the best photo I've got, unfortunately, so far would be one of the dog. Just the dog sitting down. Where is it? No ND filter, no nothing. It's a little. I also noticed partway through shooting I'd left it. I hadn't changed it to single point or autofocus. I know people probably say you should probably manual focus, but hey, I mean, one step at a time, right? I am now resorting to standing in between the camera and the wind. Oh, the shot's sharp. Not really. Oh boy. What I've just noticed is the lid from the bag is acting like a sail, which is not going to help anyone. What have we learnt? Well, first things first, keep the dog entertained, otherwise he'll eat sheep feces. Jokes aside, what have we learnt? Well, this tripod is extremely susceptible to wind. All my skills at using one are dreadful, and part of the reason for doing this is to figure out what I'm not very good at and get better at it. What else? I need to make an itinerary of things that I need to take out with me before I go. Otherwise, I'll end up holding the camera here at arm's length like a muppet, and it's not very comfortable, and I can't imagine the quality or angle of it is really any good. What else? Timing. I think I was a little bit rushed in getting here, but then when I got here I didn't really find anywhere good to take a picture, so then I just stuck around in one spot where realistically the views aren't great here. I could have just gone and tried to get another one shot. Like I could have come here. Actually, this is where I was looking at originally, although I don't think there's particularly better views or not, but hey ho. I had to walk back to the car.